in this video this video is going to be about how you can shade in your your figure. How do you shade in the insides of your block letters? So here we go. Now with your guys' letters, I space it out. So with your guys' letters, now once you make all your vertical and horizontal lines, it should be like this, but notice none of this is numbered, right, you guys? So what you should do is you should number every single one. So that's our first line, second line, third line, fourth line. So right now, because all of yours should be blank at this point, you guys should number your each line. And when you continue on to the next line, you guys, so for my M, it cut up. The last one for my M, you guys, turns out to be 16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue off with J and continue on with 17, 18, 19, 20, and so on. So you should be making a, all your lines have a specific number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and etc. And right here, this is my 17th line, 18th line, and so on. So there's a reason why you should do that. And the reason why I have you guys number is because you need it for the shading. So I'm going to show you guys how you could shade. We're going to do for our J. So I'm going to cover up my M and D. And I'll show you guys how to shade. So when you guys shade for J, what we're gonna do is we're gonna locate what is this horizontal line and this one. The reason why we're gonna locate that is because we're gonna have a inequality that's gonna shade in between those two lines. So what is this line for my J? And remember, it's only horizontal lines, so we're only looking at Y's because that's horizontal lines. Is it this one? Oh, okay, everyone look. So Y18 is my one for this one. And what is this one for me? Well, if I take a look at this, you guys, my Y28, it's that top line. So when I shade you guys, I want it to be in between Y18 and Y19. So keep that in mind. Now when I go to my J shade, you guys, I want the shading to be from Y18 to Y28. So I want it to be in between those two horizontal lines. It's only horizontal lines, so all your guys' shading should be using your horizontal lines. So now I'm going to get this region right here. So what is this line for me? Well, I have to go back to my J, you guys, and figure out what horizontal line is this. Which is why it's important that you guys shade. Or you guys number, so that you guys can locate this stuff. So right here, Y24 is that one, but what is this one? Well, it's Y22. So I want the shading between Y24 and Y22. Always do the bottom one first. Always do the lower one first. So between Y24 and Y22, keep that in mind. So I'm going to go back to my J shade, you guys, and it's going to be from Y22 or 24 to Y22. Now we want this little sliver right here, you guys, because you always want to do it like in rectangular boxes when you shade. So again, we know this is Y24. So go back to my J. So right, Y24 is that bottom one, but what's this one? Well, that one, it's another Y. No, it's not that one. It's this one, Y20. So I'm going to do a shading, you guys, from Y24, the bottom one, to Y20. So all of this, the purpose of this, you guys, is the numbering is so that you can locate that stuff. So Y24 to Y20. Okay. And then you guys, we want this line, which was Y24, to this top one. And we remember the top one was 28 line, the 28th line. So Y24 to Y28. Now, here's the problem. Do you guys see how when I do Y28, it's this whole thing, but don't want this to be the whole thing. I want to be strictly from here to here. So we have to do a restriction for this shading. So what is that restriction? So if you guys take a look at your x values, it goes from -20 to 20 for your x values. So y28 bracket -20 less than x less than 20. And as you guys can see, that shading was from that region. And then lastly, you guys, we want the shading from here. So remember, the bottom one to the top. Bottom horizontal line to the top. So what is this line? Well, we gotta go back to our J and figure that out. Oh, so it's that one to Y28. So Y26 to Y28. So my shading for that one, you guys, is Y26 less than Y less than Y28. And that is how you guys do your shading. And if you guys want to change your color, just go to edit list, the gear, and you can change the color as you please. So again, you number all your guys' lines, every single one you number, and then once you number, then that allows you guys to start to do your shading. So again, this video is for numbering and shading, and hopefully this was helpful for you guys.